Hey everyone, we continue to play Fallout 3 episode 25. We are here at Rivet City, just arrived, and we are roaming around and try to talk with different characters and persons on this ship. And we just entered the laboratory and find...
You there! What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
That depends. What exactly are we talking about here? You have a problem with the way I look?
To the point! I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Missing property? What kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
Sounds like slavery to me. You sure they don't wander off on purpose? Interesting, but what's this got to do with me exactly?
Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies. But let's get back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it.
I'm not sure how it is up north, but around here we got paid for our work. I'll be compensated for my services, right?
Of course! I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Sure, I'll look into finding your android for you.
Excellent! Locate my android and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that.
Note, add missing android. Self-determination not well. Search for clues about Zimmer's missing android. I need to know more about what I'm dealing with. What is an android exactly?
Forget everything you know about robots. Those buckets are mere children's toys compared to the real thing. Androids have fake skin and blood and are programmed to simulate human behavior, like breathing. They can even eat and digest food realistically.
So, any suggestions for finding this android?
Like I said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. If he's come into contact with these people, there may be records. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings.
Is optional. Discover what Dr. Preston knows about the android. If this android wandered off, why would we want a new mind and face? Why would he want a new mind?
Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were, if he began to misinterpret his situation. It's possible my android sought to forget his previous life. Wipe away all memory, all guilt. Trick himself into believing he really is human. So no, He may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's certainly not human, no matter how badly he wishes it so. I made him. I want him. End of story.
Why would an android feel guilt? Come on, Zimmer. What aren't you telling me?
By God, you're as annoying as you are clever. Very well. I'll tell you what you want to know, if it helps you locate my property. The duty of this particular unit was the hunting and capturing of other escaped androids. Yes, others have escaped. It's one of the side effects of having such an advanced AI. Machines start to think for themselves, fool themselves into believing they have rights. And so, this particular android may have believed he'd done something wrong, immoral, and wanted to forget those deeds. Satisfied now?
So this will be a moral story and lesson. Okay, so if others have escaped, why are you coming after this one?
This particular android, designation A321, is different, special, the most advanced synthetic humanoid I've ever developed. The others, like my escort Armitage there, are all older models, easily replicated. But A321 take years to recreate him. So you see, this android must be located at all costs. The others are all acceptable losses, but A321, he is irreplaceable.
A321. Someone got their hands on a lipoplasticator and microdermal graphitilizer.
Really? Someone managed to procure those here in the wasteland? Impressive. But who out here could have the skill to use them? You're making progress, certainly. But you've got nothing more to learn from me. Get back out there.
So I exceeded all the talking options with Zimmer. Dog meat.
You've been rather busy lately. Asking questions, investigating. So is that it? You're some kind of investigator? A detective for hire? Or do you have some kind of personal grudge against an innocent android who simply wants to be left alone? Please tell me. I'd really like to know.
Who the hell are you? I think you're confusing me with someone else. Look, whoever this missing android is, I just want to help, okay?
Well, if that's true, then the first thing you need to do is halt your investigation. No more questions. No more searching. The movement I'm involved with, we help his kind escape their Commonwealth-imposed slavery. We help them disappear. You understand?
What would you have me to do?
You really want help? Take this. It's an internal component from the very android you're searching for. Don't ask how I obtained it. Present it to Dr. Zimmer in Rivet City. Tell him the android is dead and that was on the corpse. He'll believe you. Do that and Zimmer will go back to the Commonwealth and leave that poor soul alone. Do that and you'll have saved a man's life.
Android component add. Continue search for clues to the android in the identity or tell Zimmerman is dead. Anything else I should know?
Just understand that this android is now, for all intents and purposes, a man. He looks human, he acts human, he believes he is human. But even if he's not, even if he's a machine, he's capable of rational thought and emotion. So you see, his soul is as human as yours or mine. This person, and he is a person, deserves a chance at freedom. Please, if there's a shred of decency in you, don't take that away from him.
If I help you, is there some kind of reward? What's this movement you're mentioned?
We call ourselves the Railroad. Our mission is the rescue and salvation of synthetic humanoids. Androids, as they're more commonly known.
Oh, that's railroad. Is the same team that will appear in Fallout 4. What about human slaves? Don't you try to help them too?
Yes, if we are able. But there are others in the wasteland who assist in the plight of human slaves. Our android brethren have only us.
Can I join the railroad?
Tell you what. You deliver that component to Zimmer and tell him the android is dead, and you can consider yourself a member in good standing.
I have to go now.
Of course. If you help me, and thus the android, God and the universe will smile upon you. Is there any better compensation?
I have to go now.
You know what you need to do.
So I can give the component right now to Zimmerman, but instead of that we will just continue a little bit our quest.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's daughter, aren't you? What are you doing here?
Wait, how do you know who I am? Have we met?
You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same.
Can you tell me more about my parents?
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
What was my father like back then?
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time, and wants to try again.
I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her?
Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Why did my mother die? What happened?
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
I understand. I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
I left the vault to look for him.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
I'm sorry, could you please tell me where he's gone?
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
Where is this old lab of yours?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone.
Map marker added. New quest, scientific pursuits. Can you remind me where my father went?
The last I knew, he was headed back to the lab at Project Purity in the old Jefferson Memorial Building. I still say it's dangerous, and he shouldn't have risked it. That's all I know.
Can you tell me more about my parents?
What do you want?
We exceeded everything here. Is there any way you can help me out?
Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors, or your chasing after him. I'm sorry.
Come on, isn't there anything you can do to help?
I suppose I can spare a few stim packs. It's not much, but it might make things easier for you.
5 stim packs added. Cool. I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, we worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now.
Tell me about this project you worked on with my father.
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
What was the point of it?
It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
Why didn't it work?
We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment.
Why did you stop working on it? What happened?
You happened. It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier. Okay.
What is this lab? What are you doing here?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule.
What do you know about Zimmer?
That man doesn't have you looking for his pet android, does he? I've already told him to lay off it. He's distracting my entire team.
What kind of place is this Rivet City?
Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again. Good luck finding your father.
So we exceeded all the talking options with Dr. Lee.
What do you need?
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it?
What do you know about Zimmer?
He's from up north. He was bragging about how great it is up there. Yeah, great. They can't even keep tabs on their robots.
Is Dr. Lee as smart as they say she is?
She's certainly head and shoulders above most everyone else around here. Though, that's not saying much.
Can I get a drink around here, preferably somewhere clean?
The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck. Bye.
So, Anna Holt wasn't too much of a use? Armitage.
That's close enough. Keep your hands where I can see them.
Okay, we done the talking here. And there's a intelligence bobblehead. How am I standing with intelligence? Intelligence, we have intelligence 5. We will be on 6, I suppose. You found a Vault-Tec limited edition bobblehead. The inscription on the base reads, "It takes the smartest individuals to realize there's always more to learn. Your intelligence has been permanently increased by 1. Very nice. And we are 6 with our... It's good that we didn't go with our perception and agility to 10 in the start, because most probably there's hidden a bobblehead for intelligence also, and for agility also.
Don't you have a component to deliver?
So did we do everything that we can do in this lab? Janice Kaplinski.
I'm Janice Kaplinski, chief botanist. What do you need?
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
I did see a man talking to Dr. Lee, but I really shouldn't be discussing it. She's already in a bad mood. I'd hate to make it worse. You should probably just talk to her about it.
What do you know about Zimmer?
Other than him being an egotistical, arrogant, condescending pain in the ass, he's from the Commonwealth. He's come looking for some special robot. I must admit I'm rather curious, but I have other work to do.
Farewell. Nothing to do with her. Empty footlocker, bone saw, empty footlocker. There goes Zimmer, man. She went to sleep. They all go to sleep, I suppose.
Hello.
Anna.
Don't you have a component to deliver?
This is the science lab, and we found a bobblehead. Very great and nice and fantastic and outstanding. We continue to search for our fathers. We have a new quest. Midship deck. I want to go to the marketplace here. I saw a directional post marketplace, Saint Monica's Church and marketplace that way.
I'm on duty. Make it quick.
I heard that Rivet City is run by some sort of council.
Chief Harkness meets with Dr. Lee and Bannon to discuss security matters. It's a waste of a good Monday morning, if you ask me. They should just let Chief Harkness call the shots.
What can you tell me about Dr. Lee?
She's some sort of genius. You know, one of those egghead scientist types. Her lab is in the stern end of the ship.
Is Paulie really addicted to chems?
Oh yeah, he's a mess. I'm glad I'm not in Cindy's shoes. Yeah.
Okay, Rivet City guard. She told us nothing useful. And the useless. Is this the place for the council? Holotape. Note: add a free man, a new man. Find out. I didn't manage to read the last sentence. Find out what Pinkerton at Rivet City knows about the android. Pinkerton. Continue to search for clues to androids and then tell Zimmerman. Screw at Preston. So I need to find Preston. Need to find Preston and Pinkerton. Preston and Pinkerton. Preston and Pinkerton. Notes. Kill Sarah. Missing android. Zimmer, who is currently at Rivet City searching for an android. He believes the android may have had facial reconstruction surgery and a memory wipe. Self-determination is not malfunction.
Zimmer, by the time you get this message, I'll already be gone. I'm escaping the Commonwealth. I want to live my own life on my own terms, as my own man. I know what you're thinking, that I'm malfunctioning. I used to think that's what caused the runaways too. But I know better now. Self-determination is not a malfunction. I'm not just willing to put up with all the bullshit anymore. You humans are going to have a full-fledged rebellion on your hands if you don't start treating us synths as persons. I know you'll be marshaling the Retention Bureau to come after me, but I know all the tricks of the trade. You won't be finding me, I assure you. By the time you get this, I will be someone else. It's the price I pay for my liberation. My final act of rebellion against a system I no longer believe in. Goodbye, Zimmer, and good riddance.
So that was the message that the android left to Zimmerman before escaping.
I am Father Clifford of St. Monica's Church.
Who is this Saint Monica?
She is the patron saint of lost children. Very popular among the faithful of Rivet City. I'm surprised you've never heard of her. If you want to hear her story, it will be the topic of my sermon on Sunday. Services begin at 8 a.m. You should come.
I know you know where this android received his operations talk.
To Pinkerton at Rivet City. He doesn't remember his old life, and now he can't be forced to betray us. The Lord will protect us, but just to be safe, we've shut down the railroad. Agents of the Commonwealth are still looking for him.
I'd like to make a donation to the church.
You would? I mean, certainly. We humbly accept whatever you can spare. However, St. Monica looks most
I have 50 caps I can donate.
a kind offering. God bless you.
I received karma. Gain karma. You're a priest?
Yes, my flock is all of Rivet City. You should come to services this Sunday. I'll be telling the tale of St. Monica.
I need to go.
St. Monica bless you.
Father Clifford. Looks like everyone's going to sleep. Because the time is data 23:23. It's before midnight. Seagrave Home's door. Seagrave Home. Door to Rivet City Market. Can I wait till morning? So I could enter the market because it's closed midnight time. Market opens for most probably 8 o'clock. Just like in Megaton.
Good to see you.
Good
I'm on
to
duty. Make it quick.
See you too. I'm tracking down a guy named Pinkerton. Do you know where I can find him?
Don't you believe the rumors. His ghost is certainly not haunting the bow of the ship. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. But
So we need to find...
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Cherry's
you're my
here.
hero. Don't let it go to your head. Seriously, though.
So
Thank
she
you for getting
finally
away from
made it.
Yeah, you're my hero. Don't let it go to your head. Seriously, though. Thank you for getting me away from Dugov.
Yes, ma'am?
Do the men on this ship give you much trouble?
You mean like hitting on me? No. Most of them are polite. Even the ones like Diego that I'd want to flirt with seem to ignore me.
So you and Diego are in love?
Well, one of us is. Sometimes it seems like he doesn't even know I'm there.
Unfortunately, you can't force a man's attentions.
Especially if he is a priest with a thick skull. Well, I'm not giving up. I just know we're made for each other. Yeah, right. I don't think I could get him drunk enough to do that. I wish I had some ant pheromones. Trini says they would make any man lose control.
Noted Angela and Diego. Angela. So I need to find some ant pheromones, most probably. Oh, we are at the market. Finally. Since we are 30 minutes into this gameplay, we are talked to a few people in the market, and then we will end this gameplay. Because 30 minutes is enough for a
They're all
one
eating
session.
breakfast at Gary's. They'll still sell to you. I'm on duty. Make it.
All the questions are exceeded.
Welcome to Potomac Attire. I am Bannon, proprietor and city... I carry discriminating attire for discrimination.
I see you are also a person of refinement.
Between you and me, keeping out the riffraff is good for business.
Is there anyone on this ship named Pinkerton?
Now, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Never met the man myself, but rumor has it he helped found Rivet City. Some rumors say he died trying to loot the broken bow of the ship. Others say he joined up with the Enclave.
So you're on the city council.
Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I are all on the council. We meet every Monday morning. I can be very influential, if you know what I mean. Far more than Seagrave Holmes.
Whoever this Seagrave is, you think he's a threat to your influence?
A threat? No, of course not. Well, maybe. He wants to replace me on the council. He's a shady character. I just can't prove it. Now, if someone were to find something incriminating in his room, well, let's just say I would be very appreciative.
Bannon's request. He's Bannon, so you're on the council.
Dr. Lee, Chief Hart, I can be very...
I heard Angela Staley has a crush on Diego.
Disgusting, isn't it? Someone should talk to that boy. He has no business hanging around that tramp if he's going to be a priest.
Tramp. Why are you guys living on this boat?
It's a place to live, safe from raiders and super mutants. With Dr. Lee on our side, maybe we can even begin to rebuild the world.
I'm here to do business.
Straight to the point.
Do I have anything to sell? That's the reasonable question. Then assault rifle. I have one assault rifle. He has 285 caps. Frag grenade, I will sell my frag grenades for now. Frag mine. Hunting rifle, laser, missile launcher. I don't need a missile launcher. Neither my pulse mines. Weapons. What does he has to sell? Lamerk. Red Racer. Stimpaks. I always need Stimpaks. And that's it. I have 874 caps now.
Pleasure doing business with you. Come back.
Come back anytime, and we are 125 weight, which is not bad.
This is a quick fix. I mean, that's the name of our shop. Polly and mine, that is. My name is Cindy. Cindy Cantelli.
Damn, you sound like you've been sampling your own stuff.
No. I would never do that. Polly does. Sample it, I mean. He's my deadbeat husband.
I heard Angela Staley has a crush on Diego.
The poor dear. I wish there was something I could do to help her. That boy ought to just give her a tumble. It would be good for both of them.
Where can I get a stiff drink?
The Muddy Rudder. Bell waters down the liquor, but it's cheap. It's on the lower deck.
That's all.
Nice to see you again.
So your husband is an addict?
He's hopeless. I have to keep him away from the shop, or he'll rob us blind. One of these days, he's going to end up dead.
What do you have for sale?
We've got all...
Psycho, Jet, and Queen pheromones. This could be a use for Angela, but I will leave it for now, and she got a bunch of Stimpaks. I will remember that. It's time
I'm sure you'll be back.
Me to go. Flak.
Welcome to Flak and Shrapnel. Decided to check out
Oh,
the
I already
shop
talked with this guy before. Aren't you afraid someone will use your own guns to rob you?
here in Rivet City. I'm packing, and most of the rest of these guys are packing, not to mention security.
You were here for a guy named Pinkerton.
You mean Genius Boy? Yeah, I've heard of him. Supposedly built Rivet City. They probably think he invented bread, too. Idiots. Lately, he's even been blamed for the noises in the broken ship bow. Anyone with half a brain would know that's just the Mirelurks.
Can I see what kind of guns you have for sale?
Need to do...
Flak's got ammunition, submachine gun, assault rifle, Chinese assault rifle, Chinese pistol, combat helmet, combat armor, energy cells. I need energy cells bad. No, I need microfusion cells more. Fat man frag grenade, laser pistol, metal armor. Ooh, damage resistance is good with metal armor. He has microfusion cells. Combat shotgun, what do I have for sale? Laser rifle, sniper rifle. My sniper rifle is totally broken. Jumpsuit, I don't have anything useful. My combat Talon combat armor is 22 damage resistance. And I don't have anything useful to sell to him. Stealth boy, Stimpack, buff out. I don't have enough.
If you need more ammo, this is where to...
I know, but I don't have anything to sell, and I don't have enough caps to buy any microfusion cell from him. Speech increased by 1. My speech level is stats. My speech level is 37. It's not high enough. Gary Staley.
Let me introduce myself. I am Gary Staley, gourmet chef and gourmand. I'll be preparing your meal. My specialty is Mirelurk cakes, although the iguana is very popular too.
I'm partial to Mirelurk cakes myself.
Then you are in for a treat.
I heard your daughter has a crush on Diego.
Yeah, I know. Thank God he's a priest. At least I know nothing's going on between them. Father Clifford would kick him out of the priesthood if he ever found out.
Did you know that Paulie Contelli is an addict?
Yeah, he comes by every night around closing time and tries to get Cindy to let him close up. Thank God she's smarter than that. Here is our menu.
All food and stuff. He also gets steam packs, but I don't have money for that at this point. 38 minutes into this gameplay, so we have run around the marketplace and met most of the people and sellers here, and we will end this gameplay. Thank you for following such large numbers my channels and giving me such great support. I hope you like this video. See you in the next one.